Good morning everybody. This is Martin Wong here coming with you live at the breakfast show on live FB at SMARTRobie website. That's right. And a very Merry Christmas if you're celebrating Merry Christmas, which is only 2 days from now. Of course, if you see the worldwide, the Christmas isn't pretty much what the Christmas you used to have. With the new strain of COVID-19 coming back, a lot of people are afraid to travel, but you can see we're probably going to have more cases, not in Malaysia, although Malaysian cases are still going up, but there are news that the COVID-19 are arriving sooner or rather than later. Let's look at our news headline, shall we? Now, if you have any stocks that you want me to look at it, do put it pencil in there and we'll be looking at it. And thank you for sharing this video. We really appreciate those of you who is in with us and like to share this video in here. Really appreciate it. And thank you for all your kind remarks and kind feedback that we have. And I hope what we've been doing so far are very educational, are able to help you through the difficult times that many people may have experienced. But let's look at what we have for you in our headlines today, shall we? And it's no other than, that's right, our headline. Before we get on to our headline, let's talk a bit about our Christmas giveaway. As I said before, we want to hear what do you think about our website, Martin TF Wong, and the kind of services that we have done for you. And with that, we will give you 300 free robo credit with our review. So just submit your credit. What do you think about our website, our services on our Like FB in here? So there is a QR code right in the middle in there, and you can submit with at least 30 words, and we will give you a SMARTRobie 300 credit. So make sure you snapshot WhatsApp on your profile on your tab menu under your SMARTRobie mobile app and WhatsApp it to 010-266-9761 and we'll give you 300 credit. And those of you who have submitted, thank you very much. And within those of the winner out of the submission that we have, we will select 5 winners. That's right, 5 winners lucky winners will get away with additional 500 credit and a 1-day investing cost. That's right. So submit. The more you submit, the more you can win. Now let's look at the headlines, what we have for you this morning so far. That's right. So this morning we have our Wednesday. That's right, our Wednesday we are looking at our intermediate level. Those of you who don't know, we have divided our breakfast show into 3 different classes. Wednesday, which is today, it's the intermediate level, and Monday we talk about beginners, and on Friday, this coming Friday, which is Christmas, so there won't be any Friday advanced level. So this will be the last breakfast show before Christmas, and that's why a very happy Christmas to all of you, those who celebrate, and those of you who is going back. Please stay alert and stay careful, especially if you're traveling on the road in here. And let's go on to our news headline for morning roundup. That's right. Now, definitely in the HCO in here, a very, very good news for those of you who are in a way very fearful of the COVID-19. Help is on the way. Now, some of you may have got this early on. Malaysia to start vaccination as early as February, and our Prime Minister, Prime Minister Muhyiddin will be the first to get the jab. That's right. And just like any political situation, this is a political move to engage more people to go for vaccination, as they have done in states. President-elect Biden and also Mike Pence and a few of the leaders worldwide has already got the vaccine shot, as you can see before. So Malaysia is no far behind in here. February, so we are looking at after Chinese New Year to get it. And that's certainly very good news. And that's why this morning we can see our market are up 9.85 or just 0.6%, half about 0.6% up to 16441. Now, will we go any higher? That yet to be done, but definitely the bullish rating continue to be 80% in here. Now let's move on to other headline there. Definitely Airasia X is in the headline in here. Will Airasia X be liquidated soon? Now I want to tell you a story about my experience with Airasia. That's right. I bought a flight for this year November going to Airasia. Okay, a whole family going there to Bali. That's right. So we never know that Bali is actually under Airasia, isn't it? But somehow I got a shock of my life. They're saying that Airasia, which is a D7 flight, is booked under Airasia X. So guess what? my air ticket been burned. So a couple of $1,000 all gone. That's it. Oh, Airasia X. You never know, huh? If you're flying to Japan or Australia, I can understand because you're taking Asia. But you're only flying to Bali. That's right. And even Bali, some of you may have this situation that I do. You got your money burned. So sometimes when you think of it, Airasia X getting liquidated, affecting 8,000 people. But there are a lot of consumers out there did not get the money back. So in a way, how do I put it? We have to do a bit of national service, right, for Tony Fernandez. But if you look at since the IPO of Airasia, and Airasia has been value destroying, pretty much like FGV. A thought for you to think about: stocks that create value, then stock that destroy value. Look at another stocks IPO, UWC, right, which is going to be one of our trending stock. They were listed only, I think, last year at $1. Today is almost $10.90. Which do you want to be? Value creating or value destroying? So sometimes things that is often on the news, we have to be very, very careful about that. All right. So let's look at the second news headline that we have is definitely Gamuda. Now Gamuda outlook is certainly bright, getting brighter right now, and that's going to be pretty good. All right. So okay, let me just get on to the okay. And okay, going back to Gamuda. So all this construction and MRT projects are definitely feeding into recovering of Gamuda. Now, if you look at Gamuda, having said that, if you are a fan of construction in here, let's take a look at it in the stock price in here, stock chart, and then you look at the stock comment and stock chart. So you can see Gamuda was previously around 350, still heading higher, 375 in here. Looks pretty good. And I think if you want to get in Gamuda, you can look at the trading plan. Let's look at the stock price. Should be up this morning in here. That's right, 0.3% up. And we want to look at the trading plan for Gamuda. If you wish to go in, that's definitely 388, and you can see 383. So you're almost there. Just a few more cents that you can actually go in for Gamuda. Of course, if you want to look at the target price for Gamuda, you can look at the exit strategy. That should give you a target, medium-term target of 388, which is our entry price anyway, right? But this will be adjusted as you go higher because that is the last high. But you have another target at 414, or wait until the red pentagon. That's right. Or else, after exiting, you might want to get into Suncon. That's what SMARTRobie is suggesting too. Let's move on to our news, second news headline, which is Jungkook, which is another rubber glove maker. That's right. This morning, Jungkook has seen a bit of light. I think it's up almost 12%, if I'm not mistaken, or 10% because of the rubber glove and this kind of, it's down 15%. Wow, this is interesting. Earlier on, when I saw the price, it was up, but right now the price is down. What's happening on the rubber glove? Is it because people don't like the rubber glove? Or is it the wrong time in here? Which is, and then you have Bandi Ali, which is one of the so-called substantial shareholder in there, is the chairman. Not so good, when you have, I would call it, not from the old administration, the AG to be your chairman. Okay, but then again, let's look at this. You know how businesses run, and let's look at Jungkook. Maybe it's time. Let's look at the chart for Jungkook. Okay, is it time? If you have this, maybe it's time to take some profit. You can see if you had followed the green pentagon. Let me just switch to a bigger chart here. Right, you would have probably gone in at the base there at 48 cents, no exit, and you are probably out today and avoided the 15%. Now remember, always on good news, think to exit. That's right, think to exit for that matter in here. So let's move on to our next news we have is the US Barron's. That's right, US Barron's last night reported that the Dow Jones, fell 200 points because the US COVID stimulus, the 900 billion that everybody needed, the 900 billion may be vetoed by Donald Trump because it didn't satisfy. Now Donald Trump is playing like a spoiled child, wanted to get his attention, wanted to get all the election overturned because of this. So he's saying that, look, if I don't get my terms on the election, which he will be kicked out on January 20th, right? He will veto, means he will not approve the 900 billion stimulus, and that's why we're seeing the market sell off. But something on the good silver lining is Apple. Now, Apple target car production by 2024 and eye the next level of battery technology. So that's one of the sources say in Reuters, and that gives Apple shares yesterday almost a 2% up. And those of you who having Apple, if you have listened to me, especially the masterclass students who have got in on Apple, that's a good one in there. I think Apple's a long-term play in here. They're getting into all things, not only on mobile devices, on apps, and then now car, right? So this is something what Bill Gates wanted to do during the Microsoft day, but now Tim Cook is doing it right now. All right, so this is something very positive from the US stocks inside here. Now let's move on to the educational portion, which we talk about in here is the KLCI Discovery. So let's look at what's the news we have so far. You can see in here on the right hand side of the screen, negative for KLCI, very negative in definitely for sure because of the new COVID strain, which is been dragged down by, you can see item number 2, continue to slide. But this morning, December 23rd, Bursa extended downtrend in early trade, but it has recovered since, up almost 9 points in here. So that's why it's always good to look at the market. No doubt the sentiment is still very negative. It's just that this morning the market has changed, so we have to see the end of today whether this sentiment will change or not. So it's important that you look at some of these news that we have, which SMARTRobie will update it for you on a very timely basis in there. Okay, so this is the stocks that we have. We have the Hoa, Genting, and then we have the Sampura and Sapura, which is also in the news this morning in here. Pentagon is still red. MIDF maintain a buy on Sapura Energy if you are into oil and gas, but definitely that's better oil and gas than Sapura, isn't it? Even Delium that we have or Dayang are better bets than that one. It's just that Sapura is getting more of the attention. I think investors and members and live FB who watch, I think it's important that, as I said before, the agenda of being an educated trader, an educated investor, it's part of your agenda for 2021, and one of your goals is to look for better ideas. That's right, that's what it's all about. SMARTRobie is about idea and getting you the best idea at that time that will make you money. At the end of the day, it's all about making money. It's not so much you're here to watch my beautiful face or try to reason that in here. So always look for a better idea. If you agree with what I've said, just give me a thumbs up. Now let's move on to what we have for our next part is relook at our past intermediate idea. So, we have kept these two stocks which continue to do well. Maybach up 37.4% and Muda Jaya 12.3% since November, which is almost a month. But the lesson learned from here is that you have to give a bit of time for the market to go up. Many times, many untrained investor and untrained trader, when they buy something, they want to move. Right, so depending on what kind of stock it is, sometimes when you happen to get into a stocks that doesn't move, what do you do about it? Okay, do you have a plan? If you don't have a plan, many times the emotion will come in, and that will dictate a lot of your actions inside. And remember, give yourself time to also learn how to read the chart. Okay, now let's look at some lessons learned that we have for you so far, which is from last week, the 16th of December in here. Now, I didn't see any of stocks that you want me to look at. If you do have some stocks you want me to look at, just pencil in there. I'll be happy to look into them, that definitely for sure. Okay, we have Genting Malaysia. So Genting Malaysia was a stock that we picked last week on our trending stock. Let's look at where it is this morning in here. This is where we are. So you can see Genting switching into a daily chart. So you can see last week we were 16. Let me just push it up a bit here. Okay, 16 we were here at this junction, almost at the high. Then the market corrected due to the COVID-19. Right today, the market has held on, but no doubt it is still trending above the moving average in here. So that's looking pretty good. Volumes on the downtrend, you notice in here. Again, pay attention to the volume here. You can see when the market goes down, volume is very healthy. It's receding on the healthy, so pull back on the low volume. To me, I think it's still fine, but let's look at what does Robie say about Genting. Where is the exit strategy in here? Okay. Now, if you don't know how to read the chart, then use the trading plan from SMARTRobie. So you can say stop loss is 258, so about 260 here. 258. Yeah, just short here. See, just it does know how to hold on. All right, but it's already in red pentagon, so do take note. If you break through the ATR stop loss, you need to medium target is 314 over here. So just be very careful. If the market were to break below here, maybe it's time to exit if you are short term and you have an active trader for Genting Malaysia. Now the lesson to be learned about here is actually definitely right now what we see, the volume, you can see this 17 to 21st volumes are very, very low, and the market is pulling back on very well. We might have this last stand, as I said before, which is the 258 level. That will be your stop loss, right? And if the COVID-19, that the news that just came in today, the vaccination of our Prime Minister in February, maybe Genting might push up higher. Again, I don't want to always have opinion. I always look at the chart. That's right. Opinions are pretty dangerous too. Okay, so let's move on. This past lessons in here to something that I have for you is the stock. Okay, and do take note. Be careful of the red pentagon. Now, the red pentagon for the KLCI is already here, meaning, right? Okay, if I go here, let me just go to the main menu right now. The KLCI, you can see here it already turned red pentagon. That's right, it turned red pentagon right now, the red pentagon. So meaning you have to be very careful in here. Now if you follow the rules that we always have, when you see red pentagon, it is almost not necessary for you to take up new trades, especially if you're trading and if you're a beginner. Just maybe stay out. You wait until the green pentagon. If you can see from the chart on the right hand side, when the green pentagon came in on the 8th of November, the green pentagon, 8th of November, the market started to go up. So you want to be aligned with the overall index. In this case, the KLCI index. Right now, it's red pentagon, so do take note. So meaning, if you go to the next share that we talk about, you don't need to take up, or you can watch it. Now we have two trending stocks today on our premium alert. Let me just show you where it comes from. Go to trending stocks right now. So you can see in here we have Unisam, but I choose to choose those two. You look at the dates, we have 22nd and we have 21st. So UWC actually came out on 21st and it came out on the 22nd of the date. All right, so you can see UWC and PIE are those two date lows. So let's take a look at what I want to share with you in here. All right, now definitely first one is UWC. And again, pay attention to the volume in here. So you notice this volume, it was in red pentagon and then green pentagon came back in here. There was a 1 bar pullback, and UWC is what I talked about just now. The Airasia, which is value destroying, you know, and then you have the UWC. It's pretty much got to do with the sector where we are. You see, it went from $1.20, that was in April, and now it's $10. That is almost that's like what, 900%, or let me see. How many percent return is that? That's fantastic if you look from here to here, right? That is 623% gain. That's how powerful is it. So that's why it's important that you pick the right stock. You may not know about UWC. Then again, go over to SMARTRobie, okay? And you can do this, see what I'm doing. I hit the 5292, okay? It pops up. Let me try one more time again. Okay, 5292, and you can look at this and look at the stock fundamentals. Okay, you find out more about the company, right? And of course, right now it's ATP a bit over, but the ROE is pretty good. So that's why it explains the market. It is what it is today. It is a growth stock. Definitely, you can see that how this stock has moved up in here. Right now, it's the our stock trade idea for today for our trending stock, and I pretty like it because you have a little bit of, this is where actually the stock on the 2nd of December make its mark. You can notice in here, the volume were lower, right? And then you see this long, what we call accumulation. And I want to show you this next slide here going forward, okay? And again, this is what we always talk about in here. Pay attention to the narrow spread bars, okay? So what we're trying to do is to look at the narrow spread bars that you see, and before the line change, you see this is a line change, right? And let me just bring that up again and show it to you. There you go. You see this line change? So this kind of pattern repeat itself again and again and again. Okay, like here. Let's just put it up in here. You can see, right? You can see very, very nicely done. You can see right here. You can see this is a narrow spread bar. They always have some narrow spread bar here. There's one here. And they have another one here. So pay attention to the narrow spread bars, okay? And then you have the line change inside here. That's the one that's going to, of course, we are buying a bit late. That, you know, that's the case because the trending zone pick it up. But just imagine you went in on the Pentagon Guider on the 2nd of December, right? Then you will pay dividend. If you went in on 2nd of December on the green Pentagon, you will be in 27 or 28%. Again, depending how diligent you are, you want to follow the market every day, you don't want to miss that. That's definitely something you want to look at. Now, the other stocks we have is just now, let me just, in our list, then I can just go back to here, scroll back up. All right, PIE, all right, PIE is the, how do I know PIE is the two stocks? Item number 7095. All right, again, I just want to show you the schematic chart, and you want to have this in your head, okay? The schematic chart on the side, on the line change, okay, which is PIE. Okay, Pie Industry, very nicely done, and this is again very similar to this morning. Maybe pick it up was quite nice. It's already started to move up. Okay, oh, sorry about that. Just want to give you some educational value. So you can see in here, you got a lot there. This is what I talk about. Much better setup is the volume in here. You can see these volumes are very, very low, and these are the low volume. So pay attention to narrow spread bar before the line change, because I want to teach you how to enter eventually before the line change, before the thing bull out. Everybody can go in a line change, isn't it? But the key thing is before the line change. And many of our students who attended our masterclass, that's right, they have already able to read this, and this pays benefit. Can you imagine you gone in here, $2.08, and now it's $2.36. Okay, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. Okay, and if you gone in here, there you go. It's already 13% in the money. If not, just take a picture of this one here and sort of memorize it in your brain. I think some of you who are a bit more, you know, what we call budget educational budget sensitivity. So you want to come to our free talk. This is definitely one of them. Take a picture of this one so you can learn this by heart. Knowing this will definitely pay dividend. And those of you who have already planned some budget to become what we call an educated trader or educated investor as part of your agenda for 2021, come for our masterclass, which is in December intake. That's right. So those are the two stocks we have for you in here, just to show you how we line them up, how we trade them, and definitely that will pay you dividend. No doubt that stock is going up. You say, oh, how to buy? But remember, we are buying, you know, if you look back some of the earlier trades like Maybach and also Muda Jaya, right? We bought it and it take time to move. Right now, those stocks will peak on 11 November. It's up 30%. The question has always been, people buy the stock. Oh, today up 8%. So expensive, how to buy? Remember, you make money in the future. You don't make money at the present. So this is important, what we talk about being a trained trader and a trained investor. You need to have a forecast. Now remember, through volume spread analysis, once you have learned that these kind of setup will pay dividend, and this is the one that's going to make you money too. So definitely we are looking at Pi and we're looking at UWC. So next week when we come back after on the 30th of December, we will see how this thing fare right now. All right. So those are the two sharings that I have. I hope you like them. If you like them, just give me a thumbs. Now, if you want to learn more about our trade VSA tutorial, this is definitely one of them. We have the confirm no supply, line change, and spring attack. It's actually additional to what I've just shared with you on. All right. Of course, tonight is the 23rd of December, so they unfortunately tonight is the member revision for our masterclass. So for members of the masterclass, please come in. We'll start at 8:30 to 11:30. We'll trade the US and something I want to share with you too. And for our public, unfortunately, if you are not with our masterclass member, we have a treat for you. Again, this will be on the 30th of December, which is next Wednesday. The KLCI 2020 report card review. Which sector fared well and which didn't, and some of the lessons learned this year. Can we use it for 2021? So join me next week for our free talk, 30th of December, those of you from the public. And for our masterclass students, tonight is the revision of our masterclass. We will take some of the trades we made last week on Apple. We are in the money, which is very good. And also some of the other trades, and also a new system of trading, very similar to the Turtle Trader, which I will review tonight for you so you can practice it and make money for 2021. That is something, a bonus, and we continue to improve and give value to our students and our members who have been very, very supportive. We thank you very much. And for those of you who are very supportive, we are giving a Christmas giveaway. Don't forget. So use the QR code and like and review us for all the services that we done on Trade VSA, SMARTRobie, and all our breakfast show. And you will get 300 credit immediately when you send us a screenshot of your tab menu profile and your 30 words about us. And if you're good, you might get another 500 points plus a one-day investing course in probably first quarter of 2021. So that is a bonus that we want to give out. All right, now we're going to look at yes, I did see some stock coming in right now. Early on, I did not see that. Bintai, we want to look at Bintai, definitely sure. Well, we got a bit more time here. Things that we do here are strictly for the members and the public. So you look at Bintai in here, easy lah, this one. You look at Bintai, you already hit the ATR stop loss. So very simple, Bintai. Again, you want to trade on opinion or you want to trade on, okay, let's look at Bintai here. B-I-N-T-A-I. Okay, let's look at the exit strategy for Bintai. Okay, exit Bintai, we break through ATR stop loss 78 cents. Oh, okay, 78 cents is here. All right, so need to be out. That's it. Okay, so that's why it's important that you follow the SMARTRobie, because if not, you tend to, like what Robie will say here, don't average down. Bintai is in a downtrend and can move sideways from here. All right, now if you have exited, okay, let me just change this chart. If you have exited or intend to exit, you could have got into pie. Now, this is one of the very, very important thing we talk about education. A lot of people tend to stick on to the stocks, not willing to cut loss. Now, we don't know where Bintai is going. It may go higher, we don't know. But remember, we tend to see losses very personal. Again, part of the agenda of being an educated trader and investor. Where is this going to lead you to? So if you ask me, I will cut Bintai, and I look at other things like Pi, which I've just shared with you before. All right, there's another stock in here. Someone wanted to look at mailing. I hope I answer you that. Okay, MY News, which is one of the stock pick that we have earlier on, but it was downgraded. Okay, so MY News was downgraded in here. Let's check out MY News again. When we first picked it up was about here. This was downgraded. The earnings came out and it was a very, very bad earnings. And usually we get these things too. Sometimes during the earnings result, if you don't like it, you might want to exit in here. So right now, let's talk at MY News. Okay, now MY News is going to have the same thing also, very much like the MY Mr. DIY. The next Mr. DIY come in, very similar one. And you're going to have that kind of gap down, so take note of it. So let's look at the exit strategy. Okay, 624. So 624, not yet. Okay, so it's still in there. So you're still in the game. It says that you exit at ATR stop loss. No doubt it is red zone, but if you break 625, okay, 625, you want to be out. Okay, you want to be out. And if you want to hang on, look at valid reasons why you want to hang on. A lot of people have their reasons to hang on, but the only valid reason if I want to hang on is that it must pay dividend. So right now you can see MY News, PE is negative. Okay, ROE is negative. And you have Mr. DIY coming out to fight for a small percentage. They are selling all these things. So think very carefully. If it's just purely a trade, you have to trade, you have to cut. You just move on. Unfortunately, this is the reality of the thing. We have other things like Top Glove, Velesto. Unfortunately, I won't able to talk about that. You can also check it with my on Thursday. My colleague Alif who will be doing that. If you look at Top Glove, same situation. Top Glove. Okay, just since we are on the subject of rubber glove. All right, let me just show you here again. Look at exit strategy. Because if you really ask me, my opinion will be SMARTRobie opinion. That's right. The chart now. If you look here, think to exit at 595. Okay, let's bring in Top Glove since some of you may have these stocks. All right, 595. 595, okay, 5938. Yes, that's right, 5938. Now there was a green pentagon, no doubt. Then there was a really bad news inside here. 5938. So it says here, so about $6. So hanging on there. So it's still okay. Hang in there, right? So top glove may move sideways to downtrend, go it. But if you break below the $6, you want to exit. Medium target is 972, which is way up here. That's right. That's a medium target level. All right. So again, if you have some of these stocks inside here, just follow the exit strategy. And if you want to know what those bars are telling you, perhaps you want to consider our next workshop, which is in February intake. That's right. Our February intake is our next workshop in here. Registration is open. If not, continue to join our free Telegram chat room and free stock market information where we get you updated. And if you've been following us a fair bit on our Telegram, you will learn there are many things that you can pick up to help your trading to become, if your agenda is part of the educated investor and educated trader for 2021. So thank you for watching, and I really appreciate all your time that you've been with us in here. And do share this video in your timeline. Thank you. Bye-bye.